morning. This is Amber Clark, your neighborhood's Economic and Development Director for Meridian Township. This morning we're here at the site of the Village of Okemos Development. And last weekend I came home and my husband was like, "What's going on with that Four Corners development?" And I got really aggressive and kind of caught an attitude and was like, wait a second. He's a resident too. It is in our downtown authority. It's a very public development and we're very excited to share the next steps with you. So since the second amendment for the MUPUD was received at the Township in June by the development team, the Community Development Director, Tim Schmidt, has given a partial approval for this site. That means that this is Block B, and Block A will still require buildings on Hamilton Road, where we're standing right now, to wrap around on Okemos Road. Those are required conditions of the approved MUPUD. It will allow for surface parking instead of a parking structure, and it will allow for phased development for residential buildings to be placed on Ardmore, just behind me. That will mean that we have a 4-story instead of 5-story, 2-block development if this development goes through on Hamilton Road and Okemos Road. Right now, the management team for community development and economic development, myself, are sitting down with the developers to go over what is the number that they need in public contribution for this site. Because the site is in the Downtown Development Authority, it is available and eligible for tax increment financing. And over the course of time, the district, with the increase in property value, will be able to pay the developer back for certain improvements made to the property. Because of what was here historically on the property, is also eligible for brownfield tax increment financing, but those costs are eligible only for the construction improvements made on the site at the time. So they're based on the size of the building and what needs to be done to make sure that contaminants don't get out into the public and contaminate our environment. The last contribution from public funding from Meridian Township is the Meridian Redevelopment Fund. That fund was produced by the sale of the Mark building that was here at the site. It is up to $600,000, I believe. We used a portion of those funds as small business grants throughout this year. So that fund is available also to support construction of the site. So we're sitting down with the developer over the couple of weeks to determine what is the contribution that Meridian Township will need to, and what buckets did those contributions fall in. In the end, it is the Meridian Township Board that will approve those contributions from the Meridian Brownfield Authority, the Meridian DDA, as well as the Meridian Redevelopment Fund out of the Meridian Economic Development Corporation. That is where we are currently. We are working very hard to ensure that some site work could happen this year. If it does, it would not be walls construction. So I want to prepare the public that you will not see the beginning works for 4-story walls on this site this year. The expectation is that would begin in summer to fall of 22, and you would see 4 stories, which would be a dramatic change to what is going on in the site right now. If you have questions about the intricacies of the funding resources, none of those are approved at this time. Right now we're just working internal on those numbers and what that would be. The steps would be a formal process to those authorities and to the Meridian Township Board for final approval. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out to myself, Amber Clark, at clark@meridian.mi.us. I'm available for any questions and comments. Thank you.